And we are... Wait. No, yep, we're live. I saw my Discord thing like, you're muted. I'm like, no, I'm not. Come on. Don't mess me up. Don't mess up the vibe. We just started. Anyway, let's see. Make sure my... Oh, I don't have my chat stuff set up. A little out of sorts today. No big deal. I was working on another video project that was messing with me. I think I teased it on the last stream too, where I was talking about doing like a no follower, no viewer stream where I just tried to clickbait as hard as I can. I don't know if you guys were around for that. I don't remember exactly who was talking to. I think no, it was Winter. Winter was doubting me. Winter's doubting my genius and my ability to create stupid content that you could not think of and that would never work. Well, I'll tell you what, Winter, if you ever see this, you were right, it didn't work. I mean, I'm still putting it together, so we'll see, but it was a very fun video. It's rare because like a lot of times you just kind of make videos because you just feel like you should make a video, and other times you're like, I really want to make this video, and then you start making it and it's like, I kind of don't want to make this video anymore. But I had fun. It was like 3 hours of streaming on a different Twitch account. I felt really dirty. I felt like I was scamming, even though I didn't do anything wrong. But you know how it is. It's very painful. At the very least, I technically got to stream other games. I did some crosswords. I played some Fortnite. I almost won a game. I even watched I did like the greatest thing you could possibly do as a content creator, which is watch your own stuff. Once you're to the tier of content creator where you can start watching your own stuff and be successful doing that, I feel like you just have an infinite pool. What is this? Okay. Just got the weirdest message on my phone. Not really sure how that works, but it's fine. So yeah, technically, depending how you look at it, technically I'm a variety streamer now, if you want to break it down like that. I'm a crossword Fortnite Final Fantasy streamer and reaction streamer, because I also watched the Ludwig video, which was the inspiration. You know, I'm not going to lie. I stole the idea. But hopefully that video can come out by Tuesday, I'd say. Tuesday would probably be a good time. On other news, here we are in Final Fantasy. Back to the actual storyline. I'll be honest, I haven't played a ton outside of the stream, so like I still have all this stuff. Like I'm level 60, got my ballad stuff done, or have to do my ballad quests. Which I guess because I don't have to teleport, I could just do it now. While we wait for people to filter in so they can join me on my quest to defeat the Antitower. Let's see, Ballad of Oblivion. God, I hate not being able to fly. I know that's not even entirely my fault. Some of the main quests give you the Aether crystals or the Aether compass stuff. Come on, give me an ability that I can't use. Sidewinder. Does it an attack? Oh, it's an ability. Okay, I was like, what is the purpose of this? In spite of our best efforts, I'm afraid we weren't able to find Guy Delo. If he had any intention to return, he would have done so by now. It seems plain we cannot depend upon him anymore. But with or without him, we must continue our mission. I was hoping to meet Guidolo, but I suppose the show must go on. Sorry, this is Mogta. I was so hoping to meet with Guidolo, but I suppose the show must go on. Now, the legend says that the Ballad of Oblivion can be found in the skies to the east. Is there another place like the churning mists in that direction? Yes, it's called the Sea of Clouds. Truly, then it is where we must go. We will need to make a brief visit to Gridania to secure the use of an airship to bear us there. Pray, come to the landing when you arrive in the city. This is just between you and me, but I've actually spoken with Guidolo, Kupo. Unfortunately, he refused to come back, saying that he couldn't bear to face Sanson. I couldn't convince him to join us, but maybe you can. Myrni, here, take this with you. It's Sanson's journal, the one he's always writing in. I, borrowed it. I thought it might help you if you were to show it to Guidolo. You'll find him at the summit of Somal, Kupo. Let's see. There were some really cool things that I found out doing that stream, though. Like, I think the super hot thing that I figured out was, who is this? Aren't you supposed to be in the stream right now? How are you away? And how are you standing on that thing? Someone went to go get food, and they're not here to help me at the Antitower. You weren't even in the right place. If you've been here waiting for me, you were in the wrong spot. Shame. That's okay. I must get my extra ability of damage. I'll have more buttons to hit. Oh, hey. What was this? You came to the wrong spot. You've been AFK here for years and years. My sleeper agent finally wakes up. But I was actually waiting at the Antitower. Oh, you were doing some stuff here. Crazy. I don't believe that strictly because I've seen like 3 people walk by this place. It's a little too convenient for me to believe. Speaking of which, I went through with, if you weren't here earlier, I went through with that plan that I talked about on the last stream where I used a dummy account to stream. Yeah, I know I said I would do it on this account, but I'm smarter than that. Plus, I need a dummy account because in case I ever do some dumb Moogle ally quests. How do I... Oh, I'm stuck in a corner. But yeah, I know Winter's probably not going to show up today, but I proved Winter wrong by doing the bad idea anyway. How was the clickbait stream? It was good. It was good. As you can imagine, it didn't work, but that's the whole point of the social experiment. I did give it my all. I made like a really awful overlay to just put on my screen so I could stream the entire time with like basically my credit card credentials. Granted, it was a gift card, but I did that. I played some crossword puzzles. Played some Fortnite, and I'm technically a variety streamer now. Where's my $10 gift card? You'll have to wait for the video to find out. Bah, that Mogta blabbed, didn't he? Here, take the journal. Sanson's journal, is it? It's nigh filled cover to cover with writings and song. To see this, you'd think I'm a bard. I've done a lot of thinking since we last spoke. Though he's no bard, Sanson's bent on finding the song. Hells, he's keener on it than any of us. And I couldn't understand why, but now I do. Sanson truly believes in song. It's as simple as that. But in the heat of the moment, I accused him of using song as a tool. That was ill done, and I'm ashamed of myself. I cannot bear to be in Sanson's company. I didn't do anything in this week other than Palace of the Dead. Isn't that what you... That's what you were... That's what you were... you were a Palace of the Dead stan when I first met you, and then you fell off the train. You were a Call of Duty stan. You were a... I was an unsubscribed Final Fantasy player stan. And now you're here, back where we started. It's crazy, huh? You're off to the Sea of Clouds, and I wish you luck. I can't go with you. I don't have the right. I need to be alone right now and take a long, hard look at myself. You do best not to expect anything of me. I know there's like a new Palace of the Dead, right? Another, what is it called? Like a... Yeah, I resumed my duties and I wiped 3 times at floor 190 or 180, 190. Not yet. But I was gonna say, I know there's a new one. Have you attempted that one? That was the one that I like tweeted at the people at Final Fantasy.x, and they were like, cause they were like, oh, this new encounter for your new and experienced friends alike, and I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. Surely that means I can do it, right? And it's like, oh, you have to finish whatever it is, Endwalker, like finish Endwalker, and you can start. I'm like, you and I have very different definitions of a new player. Like, I'm thinking new player like 20 to 50 hours in. They're thinking new player like 300 to 400 hours in. Where is this? Oh, it's over here. New Gridania. But yeah, there were a lot of really cool things. The hard part of any of those type of videos, though, for like the clickbait streams, is like, you get all these cool clips that are like 10, 20 minutes apart, and you have to figure out how you want to string them together to make sense. Because there was a really cool thing I figured out at like the last 30 minutes of the stream. And of course, it meant pulling up my own videos, which is the greatest thing you can do as a streamer, by the way. If you can make content out of watching your own videos, that's how you know you've made it. Because at that point, like, you've created an infinite feedback loop. You don't even have to make new videos. You just react to your old ones. Let's get Sanson. I'm pleased to say I was able to secure the Order's cooperation. We have permission to take an airship to the Sea of Clouds. Oh, joy of joys, I'm so excited. I can hear music from the general direction of the airship. Let's not tarry. The Ballad of Oblivion awaits. Travel to the Sea of Clouds. It's a new spot. Whoa. Mook Oogle is land. Mokta senses an eldritch power rests here, and it fills him with dread. It can only be the Ballad of Oblivion. Though this place is abandoned, such structures as remain are reminiscent of Mog home. If Moogles once lived here, then we're surely on the right track. Let us scour the entire isle. Did the Mog homes used to live here? Are you kidding me? They have the cotton balls. Wait, what? Oh. Wait, what? I'm getting topsy-turvied here. Oh my goodness, a fellow Mog Home Island player. I hope they're not like taking a screenshot in this really remote location and I just ruined it. Is it good etiquette to just mess with people that you see? Alright, if Guidalo shows up and saves the both of us, I'll be so mad. I'll be fuming. This stone, it calls to me. The Ballad of Oblivion is here. I've never felt so certain of anything in my life. Where have I seen such markings before, Kupo? Gasp, I remember now. This is the sealing stone used to seal away baleful beings. You must not touch it. You've been sealed away. Your punishment for being baleful. Ligia. The long cold night is ended, banished by a hand of a fool. Your dreams are mine to see, and your heart is mine to rule. I sing a song of love, and such love I bear for you. With all my heart I give it, and know my heart is true. I once loved the creatures who upon this land did dwell, but they cast aside my love, so I sent them all to hell. My head, nay, my very soul is like to split. What is this voice? Resounds through the heavens and destroys all, oh gods. This is the ballad of Oblivion? And this is the fiend who used it to lay waste to an entire tribe of Mughals. This isn't a song, this is an outrage. All this time, the thing I sought didn't even exist. 'Twas who released this menace into the world. I will vanquish it, even if it costs me my life. Flee this place, the both of you. Who do you think you're trying to impress? I'm glad they gave him a generic strumming animation at least. Murni and Mogta aren't running anywhere, neither am I. We're all in this together to the bitter end. Guidalo, why are you here? I'm here because you know nothing, Sanson the Stiff. I can't well leave you to your own devices. The Stiff, you can't have the Stiff as your title. Like, come on. This just doesn't work. Prick your ears up, because I'm not going to say this again. It's the fervent desire to aid our comrades that bestows our songs with power. And no songs have been more power than those you compose yourself. If there's no Ballad of Oblivion to be had, we'll just have to create it. Yo, he's got mad eyeshadow, like crazy eyeshadow. I guess bards are kind of like that, right? Yes, you have the right of it. Let ours be the song of triumph over a legendary fiend. I like the sound of that. Now then, there's 4 of us to battle the siren. This makes this song a quartet, eh? What you got, class quest? It's like a dungeon fight. Hush now, my dearest, close your weary eyes. I couldn't bask in the warmth of my tender lullaby. Get him. Why deny your feelings? Why keep your love? You can't sing when you're gone. What are you gonna do? Oh. Okay. That was not as interesting as I thought it would be. Lunatic voice. We got any healers in this party, or are we all just gonna, you know, swing at them? My love unrequited, I hunger for your kiss, I taste only, it's too much happening. Your music is bad and you should feel bad. Get him, Goidalo. Or no, yeah, that was Goidalo. Nice work. Wait, why do I have a Volm up? What? What did I fail there? Which one of these do I have to cancel? It's okay, I just won't get hit by it again. Oh no, he's gonna do the... Oh no, this one's easy. That's the greatest attack of all time. Like 10 years to dodge it. Just a little further, Kupo. I interrupted it. I don't know what it was, but I did it. I think that's... Let that be known. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that interrupt. I think I've never used that properly until today. I don't even know how you can tell what's interruptible and what's not. No one's ever told me, and I don't think it's that important for when I'm being carried around. Someday when I lead my own party, I'll have to be able to call it out, but until then I will hit my damage buttons and call it a day. Ooh, the stealing stone's back the way it was, Kupo. You were with us aboard the ship, but there's scarcely any room to... Ah, never mind that now. Whatever it was, wherever it was you were hiding, you made us all worried sick. Do you know that? If I didn't know before, I certainly do now. I know now how hard you've been working thanks to this. My journal, where did you... Give that back to me this instant. I need to write my report. Balls you do. We composed our own Ballad of Oblivion. That's all you need to write. Now that I think about it, my superiors will demand more tangible results. Ah, but of course, such ability that Murney mastered during the journey. They shall serve admirably. I'm helping my mom. I'll take a bit longer to come back. No, take your time. Bah, make your bloody mind up. When I return to Mogholm, I'm going to tell everyone that we created our very own Ballad of Oblivion, Kupo. Speaking of returning, I'd best get back to being a quiverman. And who knows, I might even behave my best, try to behave myself from now on, but whatever I might get up to, know that I won't rest until I surpass both Jahantal and Murney. Well, that second was not happening, buddy. I look forward to the day you do. Remember, my plan can't succeed without you. Please send me word when the unit is formed. I'll come and pay a visit to everyone, Kupo. You shall be the first to know, my friend. And on that note, let's go home. I can't fly here, can I? Shame. Bum, 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 bum. Upon return to Gridania, I must report to both the Order of the Twin Adders and the God's Quiver. While I attend to business, might I trouble you to pay Jehantol himself? He will doubtless desire to hear an account of your journey. Thank you, Murni, for everything. I know not when it will be, but I look forward to the day we meet again. Sure. Well, you're here. They return to their duties. I suppose you have things to do as well. I'll be back. I do believe I'll take this opportunity to see sights and sounds of the Twelves Wood. I think the stroke's a little too short. There we go. Ah, flying. Excellent. Oh, this is a weird angle. A rousing tale of friendship in the face of adversity. I can't even move the camera. I thank you for watching over Sanson and Goydelo. When Sanson's plan begins taking shape, he may count on me to aid him whenever I'm able. As for you, my friend, 'tis plain your experiences have raised you higher as a bard. I expected they would. I pray that you shall ever be a paragon of your art, of our art, enriching the hearts of men with song. Nice. This concludes the Bard quests for Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. You must have completed the main story scenario, The Far Edge of Fate. Once you've done that, the next Bard quest will be available from Jehantol. So this is another ability. Ooh. Bar's getting a little crowded down here. Why don't we clean it up? Move you here. What does this one do? Oh, I don't think I've ever used this ability. I probably should. Seems pretty good. And it's not a song. Okay, I don't need teleport. I don't think I've ever used that one. Peloton. I should probably move stuff off my bar that I'm like not ever going to actually use. What is going on here? Strange. It's so weird because like once you actually get to fly, you actually get to appreciate the landscape a little more. Like I never saw this fire. How you teleport then? The old-fashioned way, by pulling up a map scroll, finding the place I want to teleport to, and clicking on it like a good warrior of light should. I will not entertain any other systems of teleportation. Like a madman? Are you telling me that you've hit the teleport button your whole life? It's a shame. I could never fall for that sort of folly. Sidewinder. I probably should have a bar with, like, you know, Peloton, since I'm not going to be using that. Maybe move my teleports off. But also, like, I teleport by hitting the teleport button and selecting from a list. See, but the thing is, I'm trying to remember where places are, you know? It's like a mental trick. You know, I'm trying to learn how and where the parts are connected in the world, you know? If I just picked from a list, how am I supposed to know where Gridania is relative to Mordona, you know? It's not how you learn geography. It's weird because, like, we spent so little time in Azizla. I barely have anything of it unlocked. Oh, am I kidding? They're going to find a way to rope me back in. They always do. One second. Oops, I just closed all my tabs. That's annoying. There we go. But yeah, I did do that, like I said, I did do that bonus stream. I also got like a new camera because I was tired of using my phone. It looks pretty much the same. I think it's almost identical. So hopefully it's a little more stable because the other one would like to lag and break down and fall apart and freeze and go back to the camera hub screen. But I mean, it looks basically the same. Motion's a little off. Oh, speaking of like dumb things that can happen, since I was, like I said, on that stream I did, like that, in case you, oh my god, a Tazzilou. Hey, it's winter. Guess who actually did the stream idea that I had? Remember we talked about this last week? I did. I became a real live zero view streamer. No followers, no anything. At the bottom of just chatting. And I clickbaited my way. Did it work? Well, you're going to have to wait for the video to come out to find out, aren't you? You're going to have to wait like everybody else. I put my heart and soul into it. Haha, you're so funny. Are you mad because I'm not going to tell you? You just want me to... You just want to strong arm me for the gift card if it turns out no one found the stream. I know you. Besides, you would never get it because you were a hater. You don't even like the idea. You were like, oh, it's weird. It's a bad idea, Taz. Don't do it. And here I am. Still alive. I was worried about I had valid criticism. Yeah, but criticism is fake. The good Lala hater is here. Don't worry, there's no Lalas on screen, so they won't go on any unhinged takes. But I will say the only thing I did get from it was ragweed pollen allergies, which is why I'm a little congested today. I was generally, you know what? I can say it. I was born, I'm basically perfect. I'm a perfect human being, but evidently when I was created, they're like, he's a little too perfect. We should give him an allergy. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm being passive-aggressively bullied, and it's a strange feeling. Well, now you don't know how my stream concept felt. We'll chalk it up to valid criticism. How about that? Around here, we only accept toxic positivity. We don't allow criticism of any sort. It's bad for troop morale. I did have to, because I had a lot of time to kill. I did watch a couple of my own videos, at least parts of it. Toxic positivity. You've never heard of that term? It's like people who are like so invested in being positive all the time that it ends up like they can't even look at criticism properly. It's like they'll get super antsy if you criticize something they like because they have to remain positive about it. It's pretty. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. I've seen it in multiple communities. Not gonna lie, I was worried for you when I saw the anime horse girl video. Like, what was weird about that one? I don't understand. That wasn't that outlandish, was it? That video? Look, I played League of Legends and Valorant. Think about that. Like, you should have been worried when I made those videos. I feel like if any game can take a pure soul and ruin it, if anyone can take a pure soul and ruin it into the pits of hell, it's League of Legends and Valorant. But I survived. I survived it. And it's not even like I was new to the gacha game scene. I did the Zenless video too. That was pretty good. That was fun. Beatings shall continue until toxicity improves. I don't know about that. That one's a little too far for me. I did have to do the thing where on that stream, since I was watching my own videos, like I said, I had to do the thing where I am not allowed to laugh at my own videos because that's kind of pathetic. So like I'd crack a joke or say something snide in the video and I'd just stare at it. What? You can't laugh at your own jokes? I try my best not to. I think... What's a term that would make sense? Like, getting high off your own supply, you know? Sniffing your own farts, that's a good one. Like, I think it's a bad look. It's very uncouth to what's it called? To laugh at a joke that you wrote. I actually have an issue where, like, in real time, if I find a joke too funny, I will just not be able to say it because I'll just start laughing. But that's like for the rarest, extremely, extremely good jokes that never come to me. You should be laughing at your own jokes. It's a good sign of making good jokes. I measure my own good jokes by other people's reactions, not my own. And the only jokes I laugh at of my own jokes are like really, really bad puns, like extremely bad puns. Classic validity seeker? No. Well, what's the point of humor? What's the point of, like, you know, it's all about communication. Art and humor and stuff is about communicating the point. I don't think it's not validity. It's just seeking reaction, you know? There's some philosophical, like, high end here, but it's evading me. I clearly don't have it. I think most of my jokes are just really weird comparisons between objects and or living organisms. Well, you're not the person. I have some very strange people. Mad Dog will probably come in here. Mad Dog will probably arrive in like 10 to 20 minutes to say, what if Taz, and then insert some random person kissed and then disappear until the next stream. That's a little in-joke that we have going on. I'm not sure what that's about. But I see where you're coming from. I'm a very referential joker. So, like, if I know you, and I know your personal life, and I know what you do, it will become part of the comedy. I promise. Also, welcome back, Rat. Would you like to join me in the Antitower? Am I one of those strange people? What if Taz... No, you can't do that. That's not your bit. Your bit is to laugh at me when I mess up in game. You know, you're the physical comedy part of the stream. We all have our roles to creating a good stream. But to answer your question, Winter World, are you not one of the strange people? No. I'm not gonna lie. This is my harsh critique of you, Winter. You're very normie pilled. I think that's how I pin you. That's what I think of you. As far as like, you're too normal for me to ever think you're weird. Do you have a bit? I want one. Not yet. Rat, I need you to get over here. My internet's kind of poo-poo water today. I don't know if I'm going to DC mid-dungeon, yes, but we still need you. Believe it or not, internet connections can be held together by hopes and dreams. And with you and me here, we should be able to hold the internet for 20 minutes. However long the Antitower is. I'd rather be normie pilled than whatever goes on in here because the level of my sanity drops really fast the moment I open these streams. I'm sorry to hear that, but you know what? The problem is, the longer you're in here, the less normie pilled you're going to be. So you have to pick your poison here. You know, I don't know if you want to limit your exposure. If it's like 20 minutes tops and then you got to bounce and then come back next stream to recharge. Because it's only going to get worse from here. There are some very strange people that frequent this place. And, you remember, like, everything's a sliding bar of the people around you. So, like, you have to remember, I'm not that weird, right? I'm like on the higher end. I'm closer to normie than I am to weird. But as more people show up that are weird, you know, it starts sliding me a little bit towards the weird side. So you do have to keep that in mind. And you know what? You're not immune to that either. Like, cause you're here, like I don't even know if it's on camera, but like you're all the way out here. And if I'm here and I'm getting pulled, then I'm pulling you too. I just stay in perfect balance with sanity because I play Minecraft when I'm usually here. Ooh, Minecraft. I'll be honest, I haven't played Minecraft. I was gonna do a quip, but I have not played a game of Minecraft in like 2 years. I'm gonna queue us up. I'm not even gonna ready check because I believe in you. Let me make sure I have my gear properly set up because I mix this up all the time. Okay, cool. Don't pull me with you. It's called exposure. I really do. There's an uncomfortable conversation we could have about being exposed to things and like it changing who you are, but I'm not. I think that might be even too uncomfortable for me, so I don't think we're gonna do it. But let's go do the Antitower. I've never played Minecraft. You should. It's actually a good game. Very, very good game. I would play it with friends, though. It's not the best game to play on your own, in my opinion. It's very... But I've literally been so sad my Minecraft disc is broken. Oh, your Minecraft Discord. I was like, Minecraft disc? I don't think they've sold Minecraft discs in like 15 years, my guy. Like, that's just... I tried playing, but I hated it. Oh, okay. That's rare, I'll be honest. Do you like survival games? Because I feel like that's a big one. Like, I'll be honest, I liked Terraria more than I liked Minecraft, like, for example. Like, Minecraft's good. It's just a little basic. We've talked about juiced up red 40 cows and you're scared of exposure. Family friendly, of course. Well, I don't like Minecraft either. Well, the thing is, like I said, do any of you actually like survival games? Because if you don't like survival games, Dark Souls is my favorite survival game. That is not a survival game. But you do have to survive in it, so it makes it a little difficult to parse what we mean. Like, I'm talking about games like Rust, I don't know, Valheim, Terraria, Minecraft. That's all. That's more of the speed we're talking about. Use your food. You're supposed to tell the party, not me. I will eat my steak. Oh my goodness, 2 crown players? Crazy. I'm getting carried. This is awesome. I guess you did call me normie pilled, and I'm scared because you're kind of right. You are in the world of Twitch viewers that I've interacted with. You are very, not even a little bit. You're very normie pilled, but that's okay. We all need different people in our communities to anchor things together. Because if you're not here, things get a little too weird. You know, things get weird a little too quickly. It's very important, in my opinion, even, you know. So. It's very easy to spiral out of control. See, look at these 2 people, right? Like, they're having a perfectly normal conversation about the video game instead of talking about, like, weird, like, I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to say that out loud. I played enough games where, like, as weird as it is, like, RuneScape has this issue. If you go to certain places in RuneScape, you get, like, half the people are talking about, like, inflammatory politics, and the other half are talking about feet pics, and it's like, is this really what we talk about these days? Like, we can't talk about, like, our wood cutting levels or something? Also, I like this dungeon. There's no pulls. It's just normal fights. It's cool. Very easy. I think it's nice to have a normie. I get scared of unhinged 8-year-olds too, so I'm here to neutralize that. I do get, as an expat of the VR chat like world, I do get scared of, like, young children sometimes in my online spaces, because they're completely unhinged. They don't fear anything, and they have absolutely no social grace. And half the time they just, like, regurgitate whatever YouTube slop is, like, popular these days. So sometimes it's, like, tough. But you know what? I've thought about this. I was talking to someone about this, and this is important. Sorry, I was reading. I was going to make a comment with my friends here, but Jojo are not too unpredictable for me. I truly believe the #1 trait for, like, people that I like the thing that would make me the most comfortable is just that if you're reasonable. Like, you could be, like, genuinely, like, a racist, terrible person. If I can, like, reason with you, if I can, like, talk to you and have, like, normal conversations and explain what you're doing is wrong, like, that stuff to me, valuable. Like, if you're just genuinely unreasonable person, I couldn't care less about anything. Like, if you can't be reasoned with, I just don't want to talk to you. Yeah. Ooh. I don't know if I killed these things, but I'm gonna kill them anyway. But that's why I like you, Winterworld, because even though you're a normie and we see on opposite sides of the world, I think you're a reasonable person. How do you explain to a racist person that he is wrong? Because I am not. I mean, that's the hard part, right? Well, okay. Let me reiterate what I mean by that they're wrong. That they have beliefs that I don't agree with, but they can understand why I might think something. Does that make a little bit more sense? I get reasonable, but I also think there's a certain level of predictability to be expected. Like, why would I be talking to a basic? Like, not to get into family stuff, but like, just to be 100% honest with you, like, grab all this stuff. All these people are like high-level players. I'm just gonna need all this stuff while they're busy doing what they're doing, because clearly they don't need it. But like, one of the things that I noticed about like my dad has this really hard time seeing things like the way that if you try to explain something to him, he just won't see it. Like, there are times where I'll be guiding him, like I'll be on the phone with him, like, oh, like I'm picking up from the airport. He's like, oh, I'm like the last car, and like he'll just stop me and be like, I need you to like guide me the way that I need you. Like, I'm going to explain how I see it, because I cannot pick up the way that you see the world. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But I really do, it made me realize how much I value, like, people that can be reasoned with, I guess. Weird conversation to have when we're doing, like, meaningless dungeon work, but that's why they call it the Antitower. Also, my friends text me to do small talk. It's so weird. Like, why are we talking about the weather? Not even fun weather. Like, is it just hot? It's cool. My friends don't do that, though. But I think that's... Here's my hot take. That might be because you have normie friends. My friends only ever text me, like, obscure memes that I don't understand, so that I have to ask them what did you just send me, and then they can like splurge about the stuff they want to talk about. Like, that's their secret. And honestly, it's a pretty good strategy. It's only like one person though. What are some other things that you would define this person as? Would you say that they like, what's their particular taste in food? Are they like, let's go get some pizza and Starbucks? Or is it like, I'm gonna go out and get some like masuri dal or something like that, you know? Oh, I don't like that. Cool. Can I walk here now? Is that something I can do? I feel like I should be able to, but I'm not certain. I don't know, I don't eat out with people because I don't like the chewing sounds, but they are a Starbucks person. That sounds like a normie to me. I won't lie to you. Whoa! This is a crazy hat. I want this. Hand it over. I don't eat out with the people. Yeah. Wait. How close are you to the people that are eating? Like, are you, like, in their grill, to say, for lack of a better term? You know, you don't have to like be on top of the person while you're eating, right? The fashionista cannot be stopped. Well, that's more of a weakness of mine. Like, when I see big, pointy witch... Not even pointy, just really big brim witch hats, I kind of... There's something in my brain goes off. Like, across the table? So you just have superhuman hearing, then? Give me this. Because I'll be honest, I've never had that issue of hearing people's chewing sounds too loud. How did you survive, like, I don't know, like high school? Like, how do you get through, like, lunch table cafeteria meals? Well, my sister and brother are the loudest chewers known to man because I can hear them chewing from across the living room. That spiked my chewing sound trauma. Ah. So it's like, I see. So it's you have trauma. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. I mean, it doesn't, like... You know, I'm not going to invalidate your trauma, so you know what? Good job. I believe you, and it's just a little strange. I can't say I've ever seen somebody have that issue. It's not even hyperbole, I'm so real. Oh, look at this. We are the Calcabrina, adorable dolls, terrible dolls. Yo, yip ho ho. I told my friend to follow you because she was asking about what I'm doing right now. That'd be nice. Do they know about the 14th Final Fantasy? Do they understand what is going on right now? Because really, I'm looking at it. I want to be honest. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at either. But this has to be the most boring dungeon ever. Oh, I'm looking at chat. I can't dodge the mechanics. Wow, you're just exposing why I'm following, I see. Well, are you going to answer the question? Do you understand what occurs in the 14th Final Fantasy? Or do I have to explain everything from step 1? Because it's going to take a while. I saw your video about the game and called myself an expert. Ah. You can always... Nash, I don't understand, but you don't need to explain it. No, it's all good. We'll start from the beginning. So, step 1. My name's Murni Dolu. I'm just kidding. That's like 50 some odd hours of stream explaining to do. And as you can see, we're fighting a little boss right now. And I'm trying my best not to wipe because we've had a little bit of a streak. Can you not? Can you not? I feel like I'm supposed to do something about that, but... The level's so easy that I don't have to worry too much about it. I've been turned into a doll. Hold on. Very bold of you, as you can see. Exactly, I did play. Let me out, please. Thank you. Very bold of you, I can see. How do people, like, read chat and talk at the same time? Like, someone's hitting the ground in front of me, causing aftershocks, and I'm supposed to be able to read chat. Usually someone's in here to guide me verbally. It helps a lot. The amount of time someone goes, turn away, and I just do it really fast. Like, it really is very useful. I think that's called being pro, but I'm not sure. Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't die. I'd consider that too. I might be a pro. I think the real failure of this game is that when there's like a cutscene going on, I can hear all the stupid drop sounds going on in the background, so I know the fight's over. It'd be cool if they didn't do that. Yeah, Knight, we're very proud of you for not dying. You'd be surprised how often that doesn't come true. Although last time, and I'll say it again, I was murdered by my own teammate in cold blood. They had a bounty on my head. Some chatter, who was you, by the way, Chief Weed Officer. And then I died. I hate that dungeon. What are those pulls? Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, this is a very strange dungeon. It's a lot slower than usual. It is always me. He has no mercy. How? How was I assassinated in cold blood? Is that I can tell that story. So we did this dungeon called ARF. I can't even remember what it's called right now. But there was a mechanic that everyone was so sure that little Tazzy here was gonna fall for this blatantly unbeatable mechanic, something that Sprouts can never seem to grasp. But what they didn't understand is I've been honed. I've been training. I've been doing dungeons, and oh, you mean why? We'll get to that. Chief Weed Officer was like, "Hey, I'm so certain that you'll die in this dungeon."
Hast thou journeyed unto me, as I knew thou wouldst.
Who is this? You're not my mother. Unless they changed your voice. I'm telling you, the one thing the aethochemical
of the mother.
Oh, the word of the mother.
We, who were once called Minfilia.
Oh my goodness, it's Minfilia. This is probably the person who got revoiced, who Lozu was like, you can't watch that video, it has spoilers, so don't do it. This is probably who it was talking about.
Much time hath passed for thee since the bloody banquet, since I hearkened to her word. Mother, Hydaelyn, guided me towards Y'shtola and Thancred.
I'm glad I can legally call Hydaelyn mother, and it's not like weird, you know?
Delivered unto the ethereal sea. There, adrift and alone, her voice silent once more, I prayed for those we had lost, for those we can yet save.
We need to get you a more dynamic microphone, or a more condensed microphone, because the voice range on this is brutal.
We speak now with one voice, one will.
This is like a low pass filter. I do this as like a joke in my videos sometimes.
Unto thee we bequeath the most precious of gifts, the truth which lieth at the heart of this world. Thus do we beseech thee once more. Hear, feel, think.
Thank you for that. It was very cold not hearing those 3 words when Midgard Summer was tagging along for long swaths of time. Still don't really know what Midgard Summer was doing, but that was part of the story, I suppose.
Before there was life in the depths of the ethereal sea, light and dark did once dwell as one. But the darkness coveted power, and the balance was broken. Thus was I forced to banish him unto the distant heavens, to forever remain apart, a moon bound. In sundering the star did we cry out, and the barriers twixt planes chanced to falter. Across 10 and 3 were we then divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of a shard. Zodiac longeth to be made whole. For his restoration, for his resurrection, his servants labor without cease. They seek to tear down the barriers which surround the source. Thus do they rejoice in their ardor, in your calamities, for each marks a rejoining.
Do you have anything, any intel on those like warriors of darkness that are like trying to mog me all the time?
7 times have they succeeded. 7 times hath the darkness grown stronger.
Heidelin studied at the same place as the Emerald Herald from Dark Souls 2? Yeah, I guess.
I failed. The Ascians cannot be suffered to continue. This is my
final... Okay. You shouldn't have subtitles if you're gonna spoil what's gonna happen.
The crystal's power is all but spent. With what remains, I will return you to the shore of the ethereal sea.
I can never take the word Ascian seriously? Why not? You spelled it wrong. That's why you can't. It's a C.
Blessed children, go forth and seek. Seek.
Do they have the, is there a crystal mount in this game? Can I, like, ride the crystal around? Like, just kind of, like the icebergs?
You've had another vision, haven't you? Let us return to Master Matoya's cave. Everyone will wish to hear what you saw.
Off we go. Nah, Alfie, I'm just schizo. I mean, I've been keeping the act up for a long time, you know? For all they know, I've just been having schizophrenic visions for the past, you know,
piece, are we?
expansion pack and base game.
Well, did you learn anything?
The word of the mother? I'm not sure I understand.
Nor am I. Cryle?
Oh wait, no, don't look. Winter, don't look. There's a Lalafell. Go back to Minecraft for like 10 minutes.
As unbelievable as it sounds, I see no reason to doubt her. The word's tale. No one was more sensitive to the will of Heidelin than Menphilia. And if Heidelin has grown so weak that she can barely make herself heard, it is not hard to see why Menphilia, having joined with her, might struggle to maintain her own form.
I told you to go back to Minecraft. There's a creeper about to blow up your base, I promise.
Why would she need to maintain her own form? Are you saying she's gone? But that cannot be. Not now. Not after all we have accomplished. We were meant to usher in the dawn's light together.
She threw herself on the fire to fuel your dawn's light, boy.
This is another loss? Are we just taking L after L on our friends?
Must you be so ungentle?
me about the Scions, boy.
The scions of the Seventh Dawn lay before Eorzea's salvation. Whenever the realm is threatened, be it by Primal, Ascian, Garlean, or any other, we take up arms in her defense, that all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
And that's very noble of you. But in chasing after these lofty goals of yours, you seem to have lost sight of some basic truths.
No spoilers, come on.
To win a war, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. To fight, to kill, and if necessary, to die.
We're doing a lot of that last one. We've had a few people quit on us through permanent end.
The path you've chosen is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open, or not at all.
I feel like if anyone should be sad about this, it should be
And have from the first.
Thancred. He seems pretty alright though.
If the Ascians will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly. Come, there is much to be done.
Yes, of course.
Was that supposed to be like a curtsy? That was really weird.
Thancred, wait! No, this is all wrong.
Imagine being able to choose your Warrior of Light route. Well, we already, unfortunately, they beat you to the punch with the Warrior of Darkness stuff. She's not coming back, is she? She did what she thought was best. I know that, I do. To give all for her beliefs. That was ever her way. I hate how they speak in this game. So will we, as we must. What a greater calling could there be than to stand against the dark as defenders of the light? And yet, where does it end? The sacrifice, the loss. Well, at least I got a Poro Rogo to show for it. Let's pull out the Poro Rogo. My inventory. Oh, I never used my wind-up Harschiffon. Come on now. I'm not the only one who hates the way they talk. Well, this game was written by Japanese people who wanted to create like fantasy Europe people. So it's created it's a lot of hoops to jump through. You and I are, you know, it's a tough one. Look, I only know Americans, so I'm very limited on how I understand things. I must ask that you not breathe a word of this to any of the others at the Rising Stones, especially Philemon. I will brief Tazzilou on what we have learned, as well as Urianger. May he take insight into what the word told us. Nothing wrong with a bit of British? Oh, there's a lot wrong with the British. As for you, Myrni, after all you've done, I would say you have earned a rest. Ah, but speaking well of well-earned rewards, I've received a missive from Sir Emmerich while you were away. It would seem he's planning a ceremony of sorts and would like you to attend. He did not divulge the details, preferring instead to explain in person. Oh good, another celebration festival. Those always go well for us. Historically speaking. There's indeed nothing wrong with the British. British detected. British detected. What's your opinions on the French, huh? If I may ask. Do you like your burgers with a side of chips, by any chance? The French language sucks. You're not doing a lot of... You're really sounding more British by the day, to be honest with me. Be honest with you. Mr. Tazzilou, the Lord Commander left instructions that you were to be shown inside. I took French back in middle school? Where are you from? Are you from Canada? Also, I'm not British. I don't think we have very many British people in this community. A lot of,
A pleasure to see you again, my friend.
I dropped
I take
French.
it you received our invitation. Good, good. You of all people should be present.
Give him a...
When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope.
French was hateful, although I scored Ben on English at school too. French was hateful. That's a tough one. YouTube has taught me well. Well, I'll tell you what, as a proud American, I know exactly one language and like 2 years of high school level Spanish classes, if that counts for anything. I could navigate my way through a Spanish street, and that's about it.
Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples. You
I
and
did not
yours
look
have
happy
done
about
more
that.
to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance. Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the worm's ire, but if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change.
I almost failed French 2 in high school and never looked back.
Tis nothing. 'Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen. It has not been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the zealots.
I would have failed French, to be honest, but I cheated for 1 year. For the 1 year I had it. I was good at German, though. Now I have prejudice against Europe, so take that as you will. Well, I've always had prejudice against Europe. Those good-for-nothing Europeans. I can say that because I don't think any of you are from there.
This conference must go ahead.
Taz, how good are, based on North American people...
I knew you would understand.
Whoa, wait. How good are, based on North American people, your knowledge of geography? Are you asking me or asking how are North Americans in general on their geography? Because I can answer that question. I'd consider myself a good... You don't have someone from Spain here? Don't you have someone from Spain here? Not here right now. You're talking... Oh, no, not Spain. Yeah, no, they're not here right now. And we also have someone from... Belize. They're also Spanish speakers, but they're not European, so it's okay. My ire is not for them. How good are you at geography? You have to understand that Americans are really bad at geography. So when I say that I'm above average, that means I'm pretty bad. But I am above average, I'd say. I can probably point to... If you name me like 3 countries, I think I could get 1 or 2 of them. Just don't ask me the weird ones, right? Like, I don't know. Don't ask me where like Bosnia is.
The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there, seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. It would not do for the guest of honor to arrive late, after all.
Mostly because Americans...
One more thing.
Sorry, Emmerich's yelling at me.
A drink! We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
I didn't seem very happy about that. Can I point out a country that I can't pronounce out loud on a map? Probably not. Mostly because Americans don't care about the geography of European countries because that's not our home. That's true. Also, I'm from Europe, so you have a European viewer at the minute. For real, that's what cracks me up every time. Name 5 countries besides North America. I can do it. We'll do one. I'll pull up a spreadsheet and I'll name as many countries as I can in like 2 minutes someday. Because I think I could get... I'm pretty good at it, you know? As far as Americans are concerned... Yeah, as far as Americans are concerned, I'm like top 5% in geography. It's just that that's not that impressive when you see the average American. Someday, he says. Well, you might be new to the stream, but you've understood the most important tactic of my stream, deflection. Someday we'll talk about something not geography, and it will fade away to obscurity, and I will never have to name 5 countries. Nice little thing I got going on there. Little... Okay, but hey. We need a GeoGuessr stream? Okay, naming countries in GeoGuessr are so different. I cannot do GeoGuessr. I am going to get slaughtered. I'm going to see, like, oak trees. I'm going to go, oh yeah, this is America. What other country could possibly have oak trees? Okay, but not for nothing. How many of you non-Americans can name, like, 10 states? Like, yeah, get rid of California. Get rid of, like, Florida. Name me, like, the next 8 states, huh? Tell me that you can figure those ones out, huh? And tell me you can put them on a map. The Lord Commander said you would come, Ernie. Yeah, then he, like, invited me out for, like, a drink afterwards. It was very, very strange. As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. It conceals a relief that will be unveiled during the conference. The masons labor day and night to see it finished on schedule. Sir Emmerich wanted a symbol which would endure long after this conference is concluded. I think he'll be pleased with the result. 'Twas not my war, but I made it mine. To see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we can be better than we are. Winter, you're from America. You don't get to do this. And you cannot point Idaho on a map to me. Too. Like, even then. Me, I learned when I was like 15 years old. It's a subject taught in elementary school, dude. Not around here. Alaska, California, New York, Washington, Louisiana, Kansas, Nevada, Nebraska, and Sweet Home, Alabama. Sing the American state songs. They don't teach the American state songs in Europe and Japan. And Brazil. We have a Brazilian in chat. Think about that. Okay, but let's be honest here. Let me extend an olive branch to all of you. How many of you can actually, like, pinpoint, like, 4 countries in Africa? Because, like, you know, it's easy, like, you know, oh, America's a big country. We do things and stuff, right? Like, maybe you hear about, oh, California's doing a big rollout. When was the last time you heard something out of Chad? Like, you know? Can anyone point to me where Chad is on a map? Is Chad even a country anymore? Did they rebel? Like, is the Republic of Congo still the Republic of Congo? Or did they have another rebellion? Like, you tell me. Exactly. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Chad is where the big lake on the north side is, because Chad literally means lake. They have one lake in all of Africa, the entire thing. Lucy is concerned that you seem to be looking for something to do. It's okay. I'm entertaining geography chats. This is very important. You wouldn't really understand. If you'd rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest, make your presence known to the people. In addition to those who have come far and wide to attend this ceremony, you may meet Lords Artorial and Emmanuelaine, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you excuse me, I must needs return to my duty. Low-born youth. Yikes, that's what they call you? Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it'd be best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Emmerich was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue the hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more of a fighter, too, and a thinker. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things, and he'll do it. By the Fury, me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Struggling over here. That's not how you pick up a box. Bloody exciting, isn't it? Not just peace with dragons, but with them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand. We've all got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past. So hearing that we're close to reconciliation comes to a great effort. I'm glad to see the rumors are true. Well met, Mr. Tazzilou, and fear not. I have no intention of begging your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. I always thought Hogwarts was absurd. Why are these students getting dripped out in button shirts and ties for school? What are we talking about? Oh, you're talking about like Hogwarts in general. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador to a peace conference. You want to hear my my deepest confession of all time? I've never watched or read anything Harry Potter. Obviously, like, I know, like, the broad stroke stuff. And, yeah, I've never actually... I've been on the Universal ride. Does that count for anything? Like, that counts for anything, right? How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had only told me that we would be hosting a peace conference. And yet here we are, presiding to make that fantasy a reality. And here I am, laboring to make it so. I like playing Hogwarts Legacy, so... Well, again, it's because they're British. You know, these are British people. They're very strange individuals. Certainly, First Commander. How may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have pledged themselves to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. Fury, take me. They would defy Sir Emmerich's orders if they dare attack Vidofnir. It will not come to that. But to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment, for they shall be reluctant to oppose us were a Lord of House Fortom were present. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do so, I ask, would you look after Manulaine while I'm away? As you know, he is an ever-impulsive, changeable child, but recently seems to be suffering from a bout of melancholy, and to look to spirits to assist him in guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. All I ask is you keep an eye on him, okay? Thank you. I like playing... Okay, my knowledge is the same as yours. As a kid, I always thought school uniforms were only a thing in TV. That's the American in you speaking, though. I know better than that. I'm floating above you with my cultural knowledge. Manulaine is less than half of his usual effervescent self. I'm rather busy at the moment, old girl, guarding this tavern as it was. Oh, I see. Artoriel thought I might be derelict of my duties. The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But since you are here, perhaps I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers. Yet, I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. It wouldn't do our esteemed guests to be devoured by wolves, oh no. Yet, this is precisely what happened if we do not cull the roaming packs. Oh dear. Do be careful, me lady. Okay, Batty, you and your knowledge of school uniforms is so impressive. Well, I don't think it's impressive. I just think it's you know, I'm just a little cultured is all. It's more about you than about me, you know what I mean? Who's this person looking at me weird? Wait, why did they walk that way and then go patrol upward? What? Insane behavior. Yeah, but like I said, it speaks more poorly to you than it speaks positively to me. Well, I'm not a child anymore. I know it's real. Did you believe that like coyotes and roadrunners were like high-level engineers that could create like contraptions to catch each other? Did you believe in that? Like, were you that kid? Also, that's a lot of deflecting. Why is it about me when it's your stream? I'm including you in the thing, you know? We're all part of the stream in my stream. Wait, what happened to my ability? My ability changed. My ability buttons are different. What'd they do to my old abilities? Look, it's like they've got bubbles now. Oh, these are abilities. Yikes. Let's move this here and here. Move you here, move you here, move you here. How many quests will we be able to do today? I'm not sure. I was looking to stream for like around 3-ish hours, so probably an hour left, a little over an hour from now. I don't know how many we can get done. That's not up to me. That's up to how many cutscenes, story lines, and unnecessary fetch quests we're gonna have to do between now and then. Like, I don't want to call it a gross misuse of resources, but why is the Warrior of Light like clearing wolves? You know, shouldn't I be like on the watch for dragons or something? Like, surely there's something better to do for a woman of my talents. Me when I don't read my new abilities? What do you mean? This is the same ability, just change the picture. You can't tell me these are not the same abilities with a new picture. Maybe they increased the number. I didn't look, okay? I'll be honest. Check out this speedrun tech. Just teleport back. I bet you think I thought Clifford was real too. I mean, did you? Wolf's Bane is pleased me to inform that I've completed my rounds, and it is all is well in Falcon's Nest. There was a grizzled fellow looking for you, you know, the one who made the arsonists confessed. Clever, that. Thancred, was it? He was asking for you. Anyway, I noticed the garish weapons he was sporting. I deemed it a waste to leave it on. Leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Me when I have 30 abilities on my screen, so it's hard to keep track of. I know, right? All these MMO like hardliners, right? They do their dailies in Final Fantasy 14. They don't even think what it's like to be me, sitting here and having 20 abilities on my screen to activate. Like, they would never understand. I'm not sure why I'm defending. It's because we're friends. We have shared bond and blood. Like I said, you and me, Winter, we're further down the normie scale of the average person on this stream. So, what do you mean? They're unlocked one by one. Just read. No, the pictures changed. These are not the same picture. I can pull up the VOD and show you that these pictures were not the same picture when I first started playing. Yeah, that one's for you, Rat, because I know you're a Call of Duty player. How do you not forget what ability does? What ability does? Oh, I absolutely forget. That's the problem. In fact, I think I'd argue that half the time I'm just hitting buttons and hoping that I, blend into the background. See, the great part of MMOs and just games in general, right? Like, if you ever play, like, Overwatch, I don't know what games you guys play, like Overwatch, League of Legends. You know what's great about those type of games? If you're bad at the game, you can just blame everyone else, and, like, they can't tell, But, like, if you're playing, like if you play chess and you're bad, I got bad news for you. Like, if you're just losing chess game after chess game, I got bad news. Yeah, I do the same. I just spam buttons. Exactly. 'Twas fortunate I came when I did. These two would have not fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, didn't he? And he, and me, and I suppose. Let us return to Falcon's Nest. I walked all the way over here just to see that you did my job for me. Are you kidding me? In Marvel Rivals, as long as you're semi-moving and you're throwing projectiles in whatever direction, you won't get banned? What do you mean you won't get banned? Do they ban people for being bad? Like, do they ban... If I, like, hit a wall too many times, do they just straight up ban you? Imagine playing the job for 3 months. I remember what it does. They just changed the picture. It's the same ability. And there they are, a pair of gallant heroes if I ever saw them. Comrades in arms, ready at last. By your selfless sacrifice have you guaranteed the safety of our many guests. On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there is not left to do but enjoy our well-earned respite. Give me this max potion. I like how you assume I play games. I don't, I don't know what any of you do. I just pretend that everyone is like me. That's why when I throw out like a RuneScape reference, I just do it to the wind, even though I don't think a single one of you have ever played that game. But if you say something with enough gusto and with enough fervor, it will go well. Oh, and this should, of course, go without saying, but let's keep the last few favorites between us. Yes, Artoriel wouldn't understand. Right then. The first floor of those barracks have been converted to a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? I mean, I'm probably more like you than you think. You, like I said, Winter, I'm gonna stop saying it, but you and I are pretty much the same person. You're just a little more normie than I am. if I play games, I play Dead by Daylight 9 out of 10 times. I never got into Dead by Daylight, but I can see the vision. I'm just glad you didn't go, when are you going to try Dead by Daylight? But I think that's, I'm starting to pin you a little bit more as a normie too. I think that's my issue. I'm going to create a Twitch chatter like alignment chart where it's like normie and weirdo. And I'm going to plant all of you at different points on it. And I'm starting to think that you might be a normie. At least you know what Dead by Daylight is. Unfortunately, I just played 20 games in my life.
Welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment.
Did you just say weirdo? Yeah, there's normies on one end and then weirdos on the other. Weirdos affectionately, not weirdos pejoratively. Like my friends are weirdos.
Here, a
In a
mug
good
on
way.
the house. Let's get some color back in them cheeks.
Put me in the weirdo category. You have to earn being a weirdo. You can't just... If you're a fake weirdo, I can tell right away, you know?
Afraid food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all.
The most weirdo-pilled person in my chat is someone by the name of JTV Mad Dog. Genuinely, the most unhinged person I've ever seen. Like, Mad Dog will send me, like, videos of him forcing his friends to do dances from video games. Like, just a complete, unabashed, strange person. But they're cool, so it's okay. I'm normie, thank you. You're pretty normie, Rat. I think you're closer to the normie side of things, no doubt. Make a Twitch chat like Scatterplot with 4 quadrants of weird, normie, crazy, funny, or something like that, and then you plot us on there. I mean, I could do that. I have to think of the axis though, because I don't think crazy and funny are above. There are a lot of normies. Chief Weed Officer, you are unfortunately closer to the weirdo side, but I think you'd be happy with that, to be honest with you. Afraid food might be longer than usual.
Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting.
I think my calling, and maybe I'm wrong, I think my calling is to play a game that requires so little, like, attention that I can just talk to chat about stupid things the entire time. Because as much as I love Final Fantasy, the issue is there's too much story. And every time there's story, I have to stop with the bantering. And that's an issue. So I think next stream, we're playing Wordle the entire time. We're going to do a crossword puzzle for the entire stream next stream.
I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here. To do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are. About to break bread with them.
Just play a clicker game. If I play a clicker game for 3 hours, my finger will fall off. Again, here's the RuneScape reference incoming. If you've ever done like 2 tick, 3 tick, 1 tick in any runes in RuneScape, you have to do that for like hours, and I don't want to do that. So something entertaining. Like what? Auto clicker? I mean, it might just be Subway Surfers. Like, let's be honest here. You would click on a stream if half of the stream... Think about it. Think of this like the screen real estate, okay? If half the screen was my face... Okay? Like this. Half the screen was chat box. Like this. And then like this middle ground right here, perfect spacing, like iPhone resolution, Subway Surfers. What are we thinking? Yay or nay? Just watch other people play Subway Surfers. Ooh, that's a golden idea. I like that idea. It's like, because then I can like put reaction stream, right? What happens if I just have someone else's stream muted as my background? Like I'll have like, I don't know, like XQC stream. Like I'll just have an XQC stream like pulled up in the background. I'll add like the webcams of other streamers. Like I'll put like Asmongold in a different corner, and I'll just talk about geography. Someone's probably streaming Subway Surfers somewhere. More like a third of each part. You said a long time ago you'll do reaction streams and you never did. I did like 3 of them. What are you talking about? You just weren't there for them. But let me undo that. There we go. Professional streamer, by the way. Let's see how quickly I did that. Crazy. Also, how do you feel about my new camera? I was tired of using my iPhone because I'd have to plug in and I can't text people while I play, but so I bought a camera and now here we are. Looks pretty good. I look very blue though. I noticed that. The camera is like very blue. My shirt is a little more blue than I'm used to. Control Z equals professional streamer. You'd be surprised. Can I be real with you? Can I give you some insider secrets?
You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest? After all you've done, I say.
Uh-oh, I think I'm being murdered. I let my guard down. I was having too much fun with chat. I just drank something weird.
Sleep now.
Is the orange t-shirt that you used to wear in every vid? I truly believe that orange shirt thing is like my lucky shirt, because like whenever I wear that thing, whatever content I make pops off. No lie. Complete 100% like superstitious, but I 100% believe it. Meanwhile, I'm getting murdered in the game, but
This was never your fight.
this is a weird time to break the thing. Like I said, too much story in Final Fantasy. I don't want to give this poor lady her what's it called? She deserves her sad story, her sob story. I don't want to break it with
my son.
Truth nukes about YouTube,
They
but
told
I'll hit
me
you with the
Hawks
truth nukes in a
and
second. Don't
Mace
worry.
Halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
I think speaking of which, I think in the Valorant video, I wore like a really raggedy like red tank top. I really don't think it matters. Like, I don't think it matters what you wear. I'll be real with you.
We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness. Cowards, a lot of them.
A lot of them.
They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I! I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin. All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks?
Jesus. This is the calmest man in all of England.
It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
One second. Cool.
No. I will not let that happen. They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
That's why I don't trust people with speaking with a British accent. Never trustworthy. There's a reason why British Empire people are always like evil, right?
Hey! This is no time for napping.
You ever just survive poison?
Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Oh, do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter.
Did you just drop the hard R, Dravarnians? What are we doing here?
Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart.
Hello? Connection unstable. That's not what we want to see. How we doing? Are we all right? Cool. I gotta wait. Now you gotta watch the whole cutscene again? Well, first I have to wait for my character to properly log out. I don't know how long that's gonna take. All right, back to... Okay, you know what? This would be a good time to go into that little discussion. You're saying, like, professional streamers and stuff. Can I be real with you? I've worked with some really big-time, like, YouTube people before in the past. They don't know what they're doing. They really don't. You know? Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, 100% honest with you. I've worked with like 300,000 subscriber channels, 200,000 subscriber channels. They don't know like on a technical level, they don't know what they're doing. I barely do either. But like half the time you talk to them, you teach each other new stuff because it's just like, wait a sec, you can do that? OBS? You can record audio on OBS? You'd be surprised. It's very impressive. Oop. The safe. The shade? No, it's not a bad thing. It's just genuinely, like, I'm just genuinely, like, being 100% honest with you. It's like, never, like, you'd genuinely be surprised. That's not a bad thing. It's just like some people just genuinely don't care that much about like production stuff. You know, splitting audio and video. I can't believe someone with 300,000 doesn't know how. Well, it's not that they don't know how. It's like, it's a lot of the finer stuff. Like, what's the advantages of splitting your audios? And I don't even want to talk about it. It's like boring technical stuff. Like isolating audios, isolating videos and audios, sending big files across is like something that for some reason a lot of people on YouTube just have no idea how to do properly. Now, unfortunately, I have to spam click through this cutscene now. So, this person's doing the exact same cutscene I am. I don't think I've ever... If I skip this, is this going to skip everything? Like, is this going to jump the entire shark? Better learn. We're learning. It might have skipped a little too much, but that's okay. I dare say that I cannot play it out any worse, given the first... I will backwards piece together what happened. Because what we ended up seeing was someone was up here. She was screaming about a bunch of conspiracy nonsense, and now we're here. I dare say that I could not play it out any worse, given that the first commander and Lord Artoriel are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with the messenger who said that they would be returning shortly, but until they do, naught will be done. Lord Emmanuelane has retreated to the barracks and is refusing to speak to anybody. Therefore, it falls to us to ensure that this order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets of the and talk with the people. Are you still in contact with Shovel? No, the Shovel has a 100% radio silented. That said, if Shovel were ever to message me, I'd respond. They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were daggers in my heart. Hold up, there's a guy named Shovel. Is that a link? How did you do that as a link? What? That's weird. Nickname? Yes. The name was... Let me see if I can get this correct. Dishael? Something like that. So we just called him Shovel. Bro skipped to the... I didn't realize how much it would skip, but I will reverse engineer with the events of the storyline by what everyone's talking about. Who are we to decide that when enough is enough? That their calls for justice can never be answered. Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the true brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. Don't know if I ever can. I couldn't spell it, so I called him Shovel. Yeah, that would do it. I mean, I told you the story, like, when I created the nickname Tazzilou, I expected people to call me Taz with one Z or Tazzy as a short nickname. So naturally, everyone started calling me Taz with two Z's, because you just never predict this kind of stuff. I'd heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it would be a good idea to let him have the run of Falcon's Nest? Well, I say him and Sir Emmett take their bloody change and shove it up their arses. I'll not be taken in by that again. My wife and I fell while fleeing from the others at first. The chirurgeons tended to their bruises afterwards. Ah, those mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? The best nicknames come from not knowing how to spell. Well, Alishalijan. How's that? Can I get a correct buzzer? Well, what say you? Like, in my head, it's Alicia, so you might just have to go with Alicia for the rest of your life. So the violence is past, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. I just see a lol in the corner of my eye. For the moment, it appears no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. I think the real name is Dashel. Yeah, it's something like that. He thought he was clever putting the V instead of the A. That's something my dad would do. Nevertheless, these people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed... Oh, see, now I'm piecing together what happened. Public execution of an unarmed protester. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? Look, I am all for public executions to improve public order. Lord Arturion, the first commander should be returned by now. To the tavern, then. Then first order of business will be to speak with Lord Emmanuelaine, and somehow I doubt he has moved an ilm since we last saw him. Beep, beep. My thing is, like, whenever people make, like, usernames in Twitch or YouTube and they don't put spaces or, like, underscores and it just kind of morphs into this big blob of letters. My apologies, Myrni. I bear full responsibility. There will be time for that. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman who Lord Emmanuelaine ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as her servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still, others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still, Marbarockerly, the ringleader, lives. For the time being, at least, the Churgans are working to do what they can, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it seems that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll sworn those villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of the hamlet is any indication, there may have been more fruitful labors in the wake of the protests. These people seem disillusioned. Like my name? No, your name is fine. Winterworld's, like, very easy to read. In my defense, I made this account when I was in high school, and I'm too lazy to figure out if I can change it. You can definitely change it. I was thinking, what's the most NPC name I could have? Something with little meaning and a lot of numbers. You really do seem, you know, I'll be honest, if you went into someone else's chat with that name and said, like, buy streamers at streamboo space com, remove the space, you'd get banned immediately. Your name is almost too bot-like. I think the 4 numbers are doing the heavy lifting. 4 numbers is the perfect amount, you know? Sir Emmerich places trust in me, and I will do difficult to explain what's happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we were convinced them before, and we'll do it again. If we can find but a means to remind them, to show them once more, promise that change holds for all, and this tragedy too shall pass in the past. I want to figure out how to change my name now. I think I can help you with that. I think it's just settings, and then, like, account on Twitch. And then from there, it's just, like, the second blob is, like, account names. You can change your nickname or your account name, I think. But your nickname has to be, like, the same spelling, just with different capitalizations. There's some weird stuff. You'll figure it out. You're smart. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Myrni, will you deliver my report onto the Lord Commander in my stead? Get up, Emmanuelaine. You're going with her. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Honorait? I could have sworn he was... Oh, another hide-and-seek mission. I love these. I feel like I'm losing. Pokemon, music. This is an original Final Fantasy score. You'll respect the source material, please. They've been using this music since probably before you were born. Think about that before you speak, okay? Can I not go through here? No. Is this person also looking for the same person I'm looking for? Eh. Eh. Yacht back. Hello. Hello. I thought, and I still think it sounds like Pokemon. Well, that's fair. Where's this Honorite person? It's like the Pokemon Scarlet track. Okay, now you've gotten too new gen for me. I think the last Pokemon game I played was Black and White, was it? Because I never got a Switch. That's the issue. I never got a Switch. And because I never had a Switch, I could never play the newer ones. And that was sad. Okay, seriously though, where's this person? Tired of walking in circles. Eh. Here's a Manuelane. Give me your hint, buddy. No? Okay. Maybe he's down here. They always up the price of the Switch anyways. If you didn't get it, then you won't get one now. I've heard that they kept. I've heard that they've upped the price multiple times at this point, which is unfortunate. But they also upped the price of the PlayStation and the Xbox, if that counts for anything. Switch games itself are expensive too. I'll be honest, I pretty much exclusively spend my time playing like games that I've already purchased, or games that I. It's either games that I've already purchased or free games. I play so many free games. Like, I got into when Genshin came out. Why are these ads Dutch? I wish I could tell you. Which, by the way, I didn't even know Twitch had such a... I purchased games and never play them. Okay, seriously though, I'm actually getting like completely destroyed by this hide and seek game right now. I'm gonna lock in. Oh, do you like this music better? It's a lot less, I will never do that. What, play free games? You have a vendetta against free games? Wasting $60 on something I'll never touch makes me sick. Wait. What are you upset against? Is your issue that you don't like... Oh, you're talking about Chief Weed Officer. Ah, I see. I have like 600, 700 games, which in my Steam library are completely unplayed. 600? Those are like indie games, right? Those are like $5 indie games. There's no way those are like full price stuff, right? Oh, he's over here. I'm stupid. I know people who will purchase a game and let it collect dust. Like, what are we doing? That's what I say. I love that line. I didn't know that you said that line too.
No. What have they done to you?
What, they put some dirt on him. He'll be okay.
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay.
What are we doing is one of my signatures. What are we doing? I picked that up from, you're going to hate this, all you non-Americans are going to hate this, but American football. There's the greatest coach of all time, Bill Belichick, used to say, well, what are we doing, guys? You know, that was one of his lines, and I picked it up because it's a great line. It's just a great line.
It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
I think it emphasizes the whole team aspect of it too, because it's like, if you mess up real bad in a game we're playing, I'm just gonna say, what are we doing? You know, it makes you feel like, you know, I took a part in your terrible mistake. It makes you feel a little better. But I enjoy the line. I think it's fun.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Now kids are dying on screen. This is a problem.
Onua?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Chirurgeon without delay.
Chirurgeon? The hell is that? Something just drove by. Okay, that's weird.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing, and still it falls to pieces!
He learned the word. I'm going to forget it because they don't voice the cutscenes, and I'm going to have to read Chirurgeon like 6 more times without them saying it out loud. I'm just going to forget how to say it.
Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Beat him up. Swing. Throw fist, left, right.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
Oh, he threw a fist.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
Could you imagine throwing a punch and then, like, leaving yourself in that pose? Like, pop. That's what he's doing. So that's what I would fight like if I was in an anime. Uh-oh. Seems like you're correct, Chief Wood Officer.
I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
You changed your name. Chief Weed Officer? Wait, what are you doing here? You can play us a song? To answer his question, I mean, Chief Wood Officer is his whole name. I don't understand what... I don't understand what the problem is. Or are you trying to get me to say Weirdo Alicia? Is that what you want? Is that your gambit? I know you. I like this outfit, by the way. Very nice. I'm sure Chief Weed, because I can't say the full name, would enjoy this song. Why say the whole name? It's so long. It's because it fills up the word count. Just say weirdo. I really can't. I don't know if you know this. I really can't call you weirdo because that could be like 3 different people. You just have all the Metallica songs, huh? Dun 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 dun. Speaking of sports anthems, am I right? I do think winter is a nice nickname. It is. It really is. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. The world, don't forget my son to everyone. Taz sings. I sing gloriously. I'm just waiting for my opportunity. We'll have a Discord like The Voice moment. You know what? That's a light bulb moment right now in my head. What happens if we have a Discord night where we do like The Voice, but I don't look at who's singing? How are we feeling about that? I feel like it's a banger idea. I'll even swivel on my chair. Like this. I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses to convince yourself that you know, but the past is the past, and there's not to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this, but... Should I take the Hellfire Katana? Should I take the Augmented Hellfire Guillotine? Should I take the Battle Axe? Or should I take... I sound like I need the Guillotine. Tancred has lost all patience with Lord Emmanuel. I have no desire to wait for the Lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We are never completing 3.2 today. Absolutely not. There's too much stuff to do. Like playing music. And such. I have no desire to wait for the Lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to discuss at Ishgard. Come, my squire. Your music is needed elsewhere. Oops. Dun 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 dun. So do I get credit for this idea? When did you help me get my idea? What? You're not gonna get any credit for that idea. Show your work. Show me when you gave me the idea. You said Taz sings. Like that is... You're not part of the team, buddy. Not yet. Now you can be a part of the team if you'd like to. If you want credit, you're going to have to sing in this The Voice event. You're going to have to pick your favorite song, and you're going to have to sing it along. And you're going to have to impress me enough that I'll turn my head. Where do the demo... When is it? Well, it's not concrete yet. It barely exists in my head yet. Word of the demonstration has resolution outstripped you, Myrni. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. 'Tis rumored that my youngest lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? I see. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause for these misguided few. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. Where you go? Uh-oh. That's not good. Where did I go? Let me check. I've returned. My camera, which is new, of course, new and improved, decided to go into low power mode for some reason, despite only using 14% in the first 2 hours of the stream. Which means I theoretically could stream for like 8 hours straight. But I am back. For what is sacrifice? We have not to show for our suffering. I thought peace sufficient salve, but perhaps I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmund, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare, right or wrong. Interesting camera indeed. I think it looks good. I could, I need to fumble around with it. There's a 4K mode, but then I have to expose my background to you, and I don't want to do that. Because my background is a green screen, and it looks ugly if I don't have the background on it, so. Do you really want to talk to me or anyone else for that matter for 8 hours straight? Well, you have to remember on those, like, on long streams, people, like, just straight up sleep during, like, 24-hour streams. So, like, 3 of those hours would probably be me, like, being sad because I have to talk to you for 8 hours, but maybe a pep talk in the bathroom for, like, 2 minutes. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which may mar our nation's soul, lest we spur disillusioned souls to retrace them. But, as you say, we dare not revel in the past glories either, for they are tainted all, an unclear and ambiguous enemy, and undeniably righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies, though they were, did not serve to unite us. It looks like a good camera, but I don't know anything about that stuff. Yeah, it's a great camera, and I'm going to try to figure out how to make it not as blue. That's my first order of business. I'm tired of being blue scaled. To be fair, I got like super far just using my phone as a camera, so honestly, the phone's probably good. I just didn't like having my phone mounted like a meter away from me in that distance and not being able to look at it. Good luck with that. What, do you like the blue? At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled to strengthen the tie between nations and test our readiness to meet a common threat. I thought it to delay these exercises until the peace conference, but perhaps a grand melee would just be enough to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights to watch and take the field as allies in unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which will stand against the coalition of the Allies' finest. Never heard an American say, "You're 1 meter away from your screen?" No, from the camera. If I tried, this is as close as I can get to it. It probably... Am I blurry if I do this? Is the rest of my face like super blurred? Does it disappear? It might actually disappear because I'm using the filter. Meter? You mean yard? Yes, I mean yard. You're right. My bad. I might disappear when I do that because it's refocusing on my hand, which is taking my digital half of the green screen and making it look really bad. What? Your camera isn't on your screen? No, it's separate. It's all the way over there. I can't even reach it with my hand. Let me tell you something. I have really long arms, like really long arms relative to my body size, and I can't touch it. And what's crazy is, like, you look at the screen, it looks like my hand is really close, but there's probably another foot of distance between me and the camera. I can't even dream of touching it from here. So, and before I put my phone up there, so. $20 Walmart tripods? Kind of clutch. Not gonna lie to you. You're always sitting weird, so I wouldn't have guessed you had long arms like in your video. Obviously, you don't have 1 meter long arms. You don't know that. I got really long arms. Like, I'm an average height human boy, but I got long arms. Like, if you're not careful, I might reach through the screen and grab you. You're always sitting weird in your videos. What does that mean? I'm gonna take that comment to bed. I'm gonna like lie down and be like, what did he mean by that? What is sitting weird? Average height for where? Average height for America. Not you strangely tall Danish and German people. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadows of the gates of judgment, a victory under such circumstance would serve as reaffirmation, nay, a declaration and sundry that we're strong and united as ever. Such a victory would do so much to fan the flames of patriotism, if it is true. Patriotism. But if we are to be defeated, though, even to hold our own against the cream of 3 nations may be presented as a triumph. Euro people are freakishly tall. German is tall now. Aren't they like... Germans are definitely taller than Americans. I know that. But that's also because us Americans have, you know, I'll take account for it. The reason Americans are short are not because Americans are short, but the problem is that they include people like me, well, how do we call this? Asians in the group, and we drive the height average down. I'll take credit for it. You may count on my support, but what is little is known. However, I have a request. I have my son Emmanuel take part in the grand melee. His deeds have brought upon shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. Now then, with no time to lose, Murney, would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write the alliance leaders at once. Begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Should you have a chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duties. If he is not returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. Give him a nod. Oh yeah. We're so back. I thought duchies were known for their height. Yeah, them too. Look, it's like that middle Europe group of people that are all kind of a little too tall for their own good. So that is their solution, a grand melee to unite the people. And what would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? Whom are they taking their confidence do they come to heavily to rely on? And will you oblige them when the proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? It is getting to be a bit much, isn't it? You say that, and yet here you are. Here we are. This is, after all, the life we chose. In any event, let us not forget the Assyrians sought to profit from this war. To put an end to it is to put an end to their plot. That, my friend, is ever a worthy cause. So this grand melee it is. Sir Emmerich wishes to field a force comprising both of his temple knights and Hilda's watch. Yes, I can only imagine what you will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go see for myself. In my opinion, European people are just of average height. Yeah, because you're European. What are we doing? Like, come on. Of course you think you're average height. They're average where you live. Go travel to Southeast Asia and see how average you feel. Well met, Murney. Have you spoken with Sir Emmerich? I was aware of the Alliance request, so Emmerich would turn to these exercises into spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it myself firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not given me one reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I'll select knights for the event. Did he now, how considerate of Master Thancred to say that the young commander of his own volition, he acted prematurely, put of his list of candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable. Well, I mean, I'm not that tall, so I'll be fine, I think. Average height isn't almost 6 foot tall. What is 6 foot in meters? Ugh. You guys have Google, right? You guys have phones? Can you, like, not look up this stuff on your own? I'm trying to be a good streamer here. I can't be looking up meter to foot conversion rates or centimeter to conversion rates right now, you know? Thank you for telling me about Sir Emmerich's Grand Soiree. Seems we're expected to join in. Nice event to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, because we ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldiers. Well, well, it seems the first commander's gone and handpicks her guests. I can't disagree with her choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckon it would inspire the lads if you were. Might their minds be getting their hides tanned after all? Think about it, eh? I hate to ask, but I haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? I thought not, since our assumption is he won't be found in his father's loving embrace. I suggest we split up and look for him. "182 centimeters. Ah, I'm not 182 centimeters. My nephew is 210, though. Oh, Charlotte, are you alright? I think Charlotte is DC'd for good. Celsius makes 0 sense. And I'm tired of being gaslit into thinking it does. You're alone on that one, Winter. I really do think Celsius is a little... I really do think pretty much everything metric makes a little bit more sense than the American Imperial units. I'm just going to be real with you. In this chat, we speak our truth. Also, I think I've DC'd again. It just hurts my head with all the conversion rates. Definitely a fake American. I try. I consider myself a open mind, you know. Nice servers, Yoshi P. It might be a sign. This is the second time I've disconnected. It might be a sign of the times, and it's time to call it. The thing is, I'm having such a great time arguing the metric system with my chat. So I don't want to stop the stream 10 minutes early. I want to keep talking about the metric system. Is it time? Well, Yoshi P thinks it's time. He keeps kicking me out of his game. Look, I'm going to be real with you. I've lived in America my entire life, and I don't know how to convert most of the units in America. Like, I truly believe if you know how many fluid ounces are in a quart, you're actually mental. I think I dropped something. And it freaking sucks when you know someone who isn't American and you always have to go on Google to look up what 22 is or how far away 5 meters is in feet. Like, it's too much. I mean, 1 meter, 1 yard, they're actually pretty big difference, but like, it's the same idea. Right? It's the same idea. Like, if someone says something's a yard away, even though it is like a big difference in terms of distance, it's the same idea. My dad's navigation was in feet, and I still gotta fix it. I just remembered. Oh, like a GPS? Look, I'm all about speaking our truths, though, right? If you believe that the metric system is garbage, I think you should say it. North Americans refuse to use anything other than the metric system. I love it. And again, like in navigation, it really doesn't even matter because like, look, I don't know how far like 5. You kind of jump scared me there, I'm not gonna lie. Look, the thing with navigation is like as long as you have a good sense of how fast you're going relative to like the navigation units, like you could post my distance in yalms, which is the Final Fantasy distances, and I could probably figure it out. Like if I'm like, oh, I'm 100 yalms away and 2 minutes later I'm 20 yalms away, I have a pretty good feel for how long it's going to take for me to get to 20 yalms, you know? Oh god, none of their search for somebody quests. He's got a new car play. At least you didn't hide from me this time, Emmanueline. I'm proud of you. I can't agree why I can't. Like, I don't know why we can't agree on one system. Well, I'll be honest with you, Winter. All but 3 countries agreed on one system, and even the scientific people in America agreed on one system. So, you know, I think we kind of did. Our best chirurgeons are tending to him as we speak. He has yet to wake, but surely he will. So father's volunteered me for his grand melee of theirs. My beloved family, always making decisions for me. No, it's not like that. It's just, you wouldn't understand. How could you? You're free to be the woman you want to be, whereas I'm the son of House Fortin, don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could do and what I could not do. Right or not, that was the way it was, until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rumble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, these brave women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to the causes, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I had to convince myself I was above it, until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Onyoroi, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame, but in the end there was only me. So you see, I cannot merely meekly bow my head and accept my father's command. Such cowardice has brought me beyond this point. I will go to Sir Emmerich and I will make my own decision. At least the drugs you buy in the USA are metric. Is that true? I thought the drugs we buy are usually... Oh, no, you're right. You're 100% correct. You're talking about like milligrams, right? I like the way Fahrenheit looks. Like in my mind scale of 0 to 100, where 0 is the coolest and 100% the hottest. It's not hard to understand. Look, you're speaking to the choir, because I really am a metric stan. Like, if it were up to me, we'd be rocking metric around here. I like the way Fahrenheit looks in my scale of 0 to 100. 0 is the coolest and 100 is the hottest. That's not that hard to understand. I see where you're coming from, actually. I do think Fahrenheit has one redeemable quality, and it's exactly the one you're talking about. Which is that, like, saying that it's like 32 degrees, which is like really hot, just doesn't hit as hard as saying that 99 degrees is hot. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it was burning outside. It was 34 degrees. That's kind of weak, you know? But if I said, man, it was 101, you really feel it, you know? You really feel it in your bones. It's like YouTube clickbait, right? You're not going to put, I spent 3 hours doing something. You got to spend 50 or 100 or 1,000 hours doing something. You know what I mean? And look who it is. It's Mad Dog. I'm proud of you, Mad Dog. You said a normal message. You said a very normal message for your first message of the day. Well, you see, we're arguing with a bunch of Europeans and non-Americans about the joys of the American freedom unit system. I don't want the metric system to win because I don't like Europe. I like the way you think. Just pure hating for the sake of hating. That's good stuff. Oh snap, Mad Dog, now a sub? Thanks for subbing, Mad Dog, I guess.
Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret?
Do you love or hate Emmanuel? I wanted to punch him, and I wanted him to get punched, and I was very happy when he got punched, if that counts for anything. Which you missed, by the way, because you were a little late.
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers.
He grows on you? Yeah, I hope
so.
So.
If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion.
I would like to be punished? What are you saying, Chief Reed Officer? Please, have some decorum in my chat room.
He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I also hate the arrogant British people. Oh, you guys don't have culture. Your history is lame. Like, bro, go complain things I can't control. Do not make jokes when Emmerich is talking. We have the #1 Emmerich fan in the chat room right now. When Emmerich's on screen, we have to venerate. We cannot talk about other countries.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Okay, I think with that, I think I've seen enough Final Fantasy for the day. Welcome, Mad Dog. If you missed out, I'm sorry to say, but this is probably going to be the end of the stream. That's the 3rd time I've disconnected today. I can't. What is this? They took my character from me. There we go. Fun fact, British people aren't in the European Union anymore. They stepped out of it, yes, with Brexit, of course. American culture is every culture. Yeah, Murney was stolen from me. Well, she's back, so it's okay. Yeah, so I guess today was just not a good day to stream. Just way too much. Luckily, we survived the dungeon without disconnecting. That would have been tragic if we all disconnected on dungeon time. Everyone can like and dislike what they want. No, Weirdo Alicia, not here. We only do hot takes on this stream. You have to pick something to like, pick something to hate, and then argue it with the closest chatter for the rest of your days. Girls are overrated. I hear me. I hear you. I hear you. Our country is about 1,000 years too young and was created about 1,000 years ago too late to develop any serious culture. That's just straight up incorrect too. Like, that's just not even correct. Americans have culture. Are you doing a PP dance or are you sitting on a workout? What is a PP dance? But no, I'm sitting on a spinny stool, so I can spin around. We planned on doing a voice stream. So like one day we're all gonna get in the Discord and you're gonna sing anonymously, and I'm gonna turn around if I think that you're a golden voice. So we'll do that someday. Put it on the list of like 50 things that we have to do someday. Americans wipe their native culture. Look, Taz, how am I supposed to compete with Kaizen? You can't. But you can practice until the stream hasn't started yet. You got all these weeks until it happens to practice, so. I'm actually going to drag the chat up here so I can just stare at the screen while reading it instead of staring off to the side. Look, there's some day again. Yeah. Well, because, like I said, half of my thing is coming up with great ideas and then never executing. As a Native American, it's okay. Our culture is gone now because we got anime and Playboy magazine. Are those... Anime is not our culture whatsoever. You guys are forgetting that we have culture, guys. Jazz, hello? Jazz music? We have like 18 different sub-rap cultures. Like, hello? Play some jazz right now. Start rapping? Nah, I'm good. Yeah, like we have country. Now we're thinking. Family Feud answers. Name me the top answers for American cultural icons. Country music. Yeah? I'm feeling it. Yeah, Alicia understands it. Alicia understands America. This is good stuff. Bad game shows. Bad Family Feud. Good answer. Good answer, Winter. Good answer. I mean, of course, Jeopardy, Price is Right. These are all good answers. Judge Judy, daytime television. We'll just put it all together in a big clump. Daytime television. Huge for the American population. Massive. Okay, capitalism was that one. Was that us? The free market? I guess that is us, right? Technically. What's his name? John something? Jimmy Fallon. Exactly. Like, even nighttime television. Huge. Look, Americans figured out daytime and even nighttime television. Murney Deleu, that's not correct. I don't know about that. I came up with that one. See, so we do have... Winter, you were dooming over nothing. We have our own cultures, okay? America's a vibrant nation. It's beautiful. I'm requesting you do a video on Final Fantasy Tactics. It will have to wait. I got a few videos on queue that I gotta finish up. Or Limbus Company. I think of those two. I think I'd do Limbus Company first. I'm gonna be real with you. Flags all around America because freedom. I don't understand the flags thing. What are you talking about? You don't have a flag hanging in your room of the country you currently live in? I don't think the atomic bomb is a cultural American icon. I really don't. Now we're starting a little. We're straying a little off path here. What about, I don't know. What about like Hollywood? Is that doing it for anybody? Serial killers? It's a fine enough answer. Ford and Ram pickup trucks? Solid answer. I'm contributing too. Bad slasher films? It's a little too niche, I think, to be a cultural icon, but I see the vision. We have Ford pickups here, and now they look insane and so wrong here. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, like, you know, these are all... I always forget how much bigger America is than other countries. Like, the 5-hour drive here can maybe get you to one other state. Yeah, absolutely. It sucks because, like, Taz, who wins? An army of well-trained soldiers versus 6 Vietnamese peasants. You are heavily underselling how many Vietnamese peasants it took to take us down. And not for nothing, it was an army of well-trained Vietnamese soldiers versus an army of 500 Vietnamese peasants. And they were in the ground too. They were cheating. They were using uncivilized battle tactics, I think. Hamburgers and fries. Cheating? Nah, it's not cheating. Us Americans would never use such uncouth battle tactics as building spikes laced with feces on the ground and letting soldiers walk onto them and die of strange, weird diseases. We would never do that. We only fight honorable battles. The Vietnamese have never been a part of line warfare, have they? They never held their musket shoulder to shoulder with their battle brothers in arms and shoot. You guys drop bombs, I guess? Yeah, it's the safe way to do combat. Think about it. I could have been sent to, like, Iraq, but I'm not, because we have drones and bombs doing the work for me. And I think it's beautiful. Were you alive in the Iraq War? How long did you think the Iraq War lasted, friend? I'm talking... Okay, maybe not the Iraq War. I'm talking about, like, the engagements in Iraq. You know, like the... Yeah. We were there for a while. Very civilized indeed. Like I said, I think as a chat, we've discovered that America is actually much more cultured than we thought. And, you know, I think that's a good, Iraq? I'm American. I don't say Iraq or whatever it is. Look, it's just how we pronounce things, okay? So yeah, I think on the good vibes there, I think with Final Fantasy XIV not being viable right now, I think this is about it. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for subbing Mad Dog through Chief Wheat Officer's gracious donation. And maybe we'll throw in a Subway Surfers chatting stream someday. Of course, that has to come before the voice Discord stream, which of course becomes before the what was the other thing that I shoot away? Name 100 countries stream. They're all backlogged until I figure out what I want to do. So, name 100 women stream. I'm really glad I don't have to do that live right now. I can study. I'm gonna go study my 100 women for my 100 women stream. We got Taylor Swift. How about Hillary Clinton? Can I get a Ghislaine Maxwell? You know? Okay, I think I'm having too much fun. All right, I think I'm happy we all joined. I'm happy everyone was here. Insane blunt rotation. That's a tough one, isn't it? All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough prancing about. Chief Wheat Officer, we're trying to talk about real people here. Real women. Only real women are allowed in my top 100 women's chart. Or else the real women would get mogged a little too quickly and that wouldn't look good. How do we go from Taylor Swift to Hillary Clinton? I just don't know that many women. You know? That's the problem. And that's the weird part, right? Because you can't name, like, the people in your life because that's, like, super weird. No. Exactly. You can't name the people that you know in real life because it's just, like, A, that's, like, half doxing yourself, and B, it's, like, no one's going to believe you if I said, like, if I just said, like, oh, yeah, I mean, like, Alice Frank, you know? Can't even think of fake women names he's cooked. I didn't want you to see how long it took. This is why I edit my videos, so I cut out the thinking time between the two. Okay, all of you be gone. Away from my presence. I require sustenance. In the form of hamburgers and fries. I'm eating lunch. Okay, bye. You're a West Coaster? Ew. West Coasters. I hate West Coasters more than Europeans.